Busy week. It's always a lot when you have 3 in 1 week, and I don't think we have too many more of those. But yeah, it's tough in the summer. You know, it's hot, it's humid, it's a lot of energy that you put out there. And I'll say I think we fought really hard in this game. It looked like guys really were pushing to get a result. And so in that regard, we're proud of the group. But yeah, to drop points at home, it's never a good feeling. But we'll get some really well-deserved rest and prepare for Cincy.
Walker, from inside from the pitch, how much difference do you feel as a player and as a group that there is between a team like LAFC with so many options that they have and the experience they have in the league so far when they face a team like you guys?
There's no doubt that they're a really talented team, top to bottom through their roster. They have quality individuals, a lot of depth, a lot of dangerous options. So we know that. We knew that coming into the game. We felt very prepared with how we were going to play, how we were going to defend, how we were going to attack. And again, I felt like we had some chances there. Felt like a pretty even game, to be honest. Not amazing goals that we let up. But we'll go and look at those and see what we could have fixed to prevent that. You never like giving up a goal right in the first minute of the second half. That's not ideal at all, and it really made it an uphill battle there for us.
Really, tough game all around. Can you talk to me a little bit about your personal, difficulties working with the really good LA offense?
You just got to be aware. You got to be on your toes. You got to be really organized and shifting well because they like to create some really dangerous runs, whether it's with their wingers coming in from outside in, trying to split the outside back and the center back. Sometimes their eights will release into the box and make runs in behind. So your awareness always has to be really sharp. So I think we actually did a pretty good job of that. Something that we worked on this week was how we could shift, block crosses, read those runs early and anticipate them. And so I think we did good in that regard. Again, it's just maybe some goals that were preventable.
Walker, it seemed like even before you guys were chasing the game toward the end there, you were showing a lot more comfort in pushing forward. Do you feel like that was accurate? And what kind of inspired you to be maybe a little bit more involved in the attack?
Probably just the desire to win, honestly. Anytime you're down and late, you know that you have to try and push to get a goal. So it was probably more about that than anything else. I think they started to sit back a little bit more and conceded a little bit when we had the ball late in the game. So that might have allowed some opportunities for us, but we definitely had to be aware of their transition. So had to kind of manage those moments. And again, it's hot and humid out there. It's not easy to get back when you go forward. So I got to manage those times and moments. But yeah, it was just trying to push for an equalizer there, and just came up a little bit short tonight.
Walker, when you look at the game, the way the game develops, it seems like you guys were tactically up there with them. It didn't seem like there was much difference at all. But I did ask this to Kerry. The technical manner of most of these guys, does that make a big difference when you were playing against them on the pitch?
I think it was a pretty even game. You look at the shots on goal, I think it was probably pretty even. They have special players for sure that are good on the ball, and we have special players too. There's no doubt in my mind that we could have come away with a result tonight based on what we put out there. So from a tactical standpoint, thought we were well prepared, thought we had some good ideas. And again, they were able to get that early goal in the second half. I think was ultimately made it a lot more difficult than it should have been to try and take 3 points.
Walker, could you specify what is missing from the defense when you're missing Godoy, and also just Romney being changed out from the two players who were pretty common in the starting line?
Yeah, both players have played a huge part in the success of this club for the past few seasons. Godoy is a guy who brings a lot of composure in the midfield, probably allows us to build out of the back in a different way. He has great range of passing. He has the bite and the leadership and experience defensively and positionally to know his role. So anytime you have a player with that many MLS appearances, international appearances, you're missing something. With Dave, he's played so many games for the club. He's been reliable for 3 seasons. And, we switched to a 4-back the past 2 games and have done well. We'll see if that continues. We'll see kind of what the lineups continue to look like. But, yeah, he's been super solid for us, and no doubt he'll be ready to go whenever he gets back in there.
We have time for one more question. Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to ask the flip side of that, playing next to Jack a couple games in a row now. Obviously, you've played next to him many times before, but mostly in a 3-back. How have you seen him grow over the past couple of years and be the sort of guy who can step in a 4-back and be a positive player for this team?
It's great. You know, you get to watch the development of younger players every day in training, and certainly this is a big moment for him, kind of getting that call in a back 4 and for the first time, really kind of stepping in there with a fully healthy and available lineup. So I think you can see his development from year 1 to year 3. His confidence, his physicality has improved. You look at his aerial duels, his desire to want the ball and maybe make some more aggressive passes than maybe he would have in year 1 and year 2. So I think you're seeing progress with each and every game and each time he gets that chance. And he's a guy who always wants to keep learning. So he'll break down film. He'll always pick my brain about goals or different plays, and it's great. You know, as we spend a lot of time together trying to go over different situations, and yeah, it's a really fun partnership. It's fun seeing someone who is so eager to learn and also so willing to learn, because you know, any young player who's had success in a youth career, it's easy for them to just kind of like blow off any advice, but he's eager to listen and learn, and he'll openly say when he disagrees with you, which is fine. That's why you have those conversations, but you know, it's a good experience for both of us.